Bing, bing. Good day. It is Sam and Michael. It is the second Bob Martin Scrum that I've run. It's Sunday, and yes, updates from me. Very pleased to see that the bot that I left running, doing greeting stuff, greeted another new member coming into the website. So not the website, into the Slack instance, which I'm really pleased about. I think I definitely want to get that bot then now hosted on Amazon, which starts me thinking about, like, do I put it on the same Amazon box as the existing async voter bot, create a new one? Do I want to script that process of putting it on? Do I want to, maybe we can have a Docker thing? I don't know, lots of exciting ideas coming off the back of that. Yeah, so that's the main development, really. I'm going to be pairing with Adrian in about 45 minutes on his Premium Plus ticket. I imagine we'll be looking at his React stuff. We had a couple of votes sorted out in the channels. It's just nice. We definitely would like to get the async voter bot supporting multiple channels. Yeah, that's about it. Anything going on with you, Michael?
No. Just been doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Went to a Christmas party on Friday.
Cool.
Nothing really.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Were you planning on doing any pairing this weekend?
I guess it depends on. I was thinking I might pair with Marion, but I think she may be busy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, not to worry. Yeah, I was sort of thinking what I should have said at the end of yesterday's session was you could have paired with Arbaz on local support, but I didn't think of it until later. He said he was up for it subsequently, but I guess we missed that window. Cool. All right. Well, I guess I will. That's our Scrum. I guess you around during the next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So I mean, well, tomorrow we'll see. I mean, I kind of I'm thinking maybe to change tack. I want to get a lot more programming done a lot more efficiently. I was a bit, we had a lot of. I felt like on Thursday and Friday we had or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we had a lot of overlapping sessions where we maybe had an extra person like Matt or like Adrian, and I felt like we were kind of stepping on each other's feet, and it would be more efficient to kind of I don't know, like to kind of split up more effectively. I don't know what you think about that.
Right. I mean, I felt like you were doing something administrative or something, and I was kind of like pairing with them on some random thing that they were interested in.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it seemed like.
Yeah, well, on some occasions we made it so that like you then went off and you started a separate
right.
pairing.
And then we did something, and
I think that works quite. Yeah. Like from my point of view, I mean, so Raoul was not available, and for the website, I managed. I was able to do website one deployment.
Right, so you were able to do like.
So that was quite efficient. But then when for example we were both pairing with Adrian, I think it maybe would have been better for one or other of us to take the lead, and I think you're perfectly capable of doing it. And probably we ended up burning more cycles between the two of us than we needed to. So I feel like rather than having both of us trying to help the same person at the same time, it's probably better to split up, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Although I'd also like to actually pair on like actual infrastructure things.
Sure. Right.
Rather than like someone's kind of personal interest.
Okay. Yeah. And so when you say actual infrastructure things, what do you mean?
Like things that are actually kind of pressing.
Okay. So you mean like the things that we've identified as priority, like website one, the payment frameworks, and the basic bots. Yeah. I mean, it's an interesting
actually work.
Yeah. I mean, it's an interesting thing that we have there with which I'll be talking about with Adrian in about half an hour. Is he's got this personal desire to go React, and we can sort of that's kind of it's an interesting thing to have going on.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting, but it's kind of like right now it's not like
not a high priority. I mean it's not that we are.
It's kind of like a sideshow for like because we need to get other things done
Right. Right.
Before
Yeah.
that can it become relevant.
Indeed. Indeed. We're not suffering the pain of finding it difficult to manage the large number of
Async votes, yeah.
voting votes at the moment. I mean, it's one
Because
that
we're only running one at a time, so
right, right,
we need to
indeed,
scale that up. And
yeah, um, indeed, and it's got. I mean, I think Matt. We've got an interesting thing there with Matt as well, who's premium face to face. He is. I mean, he's been doing some very useful stuff on the website. And I think fixing that Twitter stuff and the video feed things is kind of important. Again, I mean, of course, there's a judgment call in all of these things about which is the most pressing thing to be done. We have this, I mean, maybe it's sort of a fundamental contradiction in that sort of premium model that we've developed is that there's a desire to let people work on what they want to. Although it's interesting, like, you know, the model that GitHub and Steam and other people all have, right, is saying, you know, let people work on what they want to work on. And, you know, it sort of, it will evolve to become the important thing, so to speak. It's almost more important to focus on what people are motivated on rather than on, you know, these other things. Anyway.
well, I'm kind of motivated to actually do things that will matter.
Sure. Well,
Like
things that will help. Well, right, but which is a strong motivation, and of course your motivation, you know, by the same extension, just as important as Matt's motivation or Adrian's motivation to get those things. I mean, I think you and I have been involved in this for a long time, and so we've got certainly our own strong opinions about which are the things that are, you know, important to work on. I mean, there's also, like, it would be easier if we had, you know, a full-time team of say 6, and then, you know, and also we were being compensated like with full-time pay, and we'd be saying like, well, there's you know, we would like spend part of our days getting those things, the important things to be done, but we'd also say, right, well, we also want to bring these other people up, and we want to kind of like spread the knowledge through the team.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would say, I mean, you were asking me before, like, what, like, if you were to pay with somebody over the weekend, what would be the most helpful thing? And you're asking, was it website on versus AC voter? I mean, I think there's a.
I concluded actually when I was at the Christmas party.
Mm-hmm.
Someone was talking to me, and I was kind of thinking and just saying yes to them, like I wasn't actually mentally present.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking about it, about how I would do async, or how I would do the feature for PayPal.
Oh, okay.
And I think I concluded that I would need access to your PayPal to actually to see exactly how the button is generated.
Yeah. Although in principle, you could be doing the same thing with your own PayPal.
I mean, I guess if I set it up to accept money.
Yeah, I don't think you need to set it up to. Yeah, I mean, we could maybe even create a team account with PayPal.
Right.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a blocker.
Yes, I think that's partly my motivation in saying that async voter is I was thinking. I mean, I think there's also experiments that you can do, but yes, access to the Adventures charity account on PayPal would be part, like being able to generate the buttons and so on, and experiment with the elements. So that's
also,
certainly
yeah. Do you think it's evil of me to be at a Christmas party and just saying yes to someone?
Well, I don't know about evil. I think it depends on how you
not actually be there,
being engaged with them or being present. I think it happens. Well, it's an interesting thing actually, because it happens to all of us. This idea of being kind of in the moment. I don't know. I don't think it's evil. I mean, I think, you know, I think we all get distracted by our thoughts at different points. I mean, I sort of do it with my kids can be talking to me, and I can end up, you know, be thinking about coding things, or more often like emotional things related to, you know, interaction with other people and so on. I mean, it depends. I mean, like, if this person's talking to you and they've tried to tell us an interesting story, but you're just failing to be interested, I mean, I don't think anyone would call you evil for having sort of wandered off. I mean, it depends. I mean, if it's your partner, or your you know, somebody who's trying to tell you something really important,
no, it was someone I don't even really know.
Yeah, so I
random
personally wouldn't classify that as evil myself.
some random person that was trying to engage me in conversation.
Yeah, you know, I think that happens. You know, certainly not evil. What I was going to say, but so yeah, I mean, what I would say is that also in terms of efficiency, I wonder if, you know, like for example, on Monday we could, you know, so that you're available, we could be pairing on the PayPal thing. I wonder if it might be more efficient, like for example, that I would work on the PayPal thing, you would work on the say an async voter thing, and then we would like come back and contrast and compare in the scrums rather than necessarily trying to do it pairing in real time. Do you know what I mean? Like in order to get both things done.
Maybe, yeah.
Anyway, I think that's something to maybe we can experiment with that next week.
Maybe if I had a clear idea of how to tackle async voter.
Sure. Yes, and well, and maybe
I think if I it's not actually very long. The code base is like
no. Well, and there are other, and there may be other people who are preparing. But yes, I mean, what we could do is maybe try and model more of. So we hook up in the Scrum, and we can make a plan, and then get stuff done in 2 streams, and then hook up in the next Scrum, or earlier if there's there's obviously Slack for things that is really blocked, and see if we can get more done that way as an experiment.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, let's see. That's just a thought for tomorrow. Cool. All right. Well, I'm going to go and I think make some coffee, so I'm going to be properly alert for pairing with Adrian, which I suspect will be on this React.
Right.
I'm very pleased to see that you got the vote done, and we got some. I think I really do believe in the async voter as a kind of way of helping spur conversation in the channel, but I think we do need to link it up to a stronger set of user stories before he makes a lot more code. All right, cool. Good to catch up with you. Bye for now.